Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about the hiring process in IT and the thing that I hate most about it. So let's get into it. Well, the actual question in question here was, what do you feel is your least favorite thing? What is it that you dislike about the hiring process in software development? And I think that this is a great question because there are many things that are very nice about software development, but the hiring process is not one of them. Well, I suppose that we should be a little bit fair here because it's not that many other professions where you have recruiters and companies call you on a fairly regular basis trying to recruit you or trying to ask you to apply to a job of some sort. I mean, since my first job, I haven't applied to a single company, and I've worked for I've never had to. Whenever I wanted to switch a job, all I really basically had to do was to say, I'm looking for a job, and I got completely hammered by offers from all kinds of different companies around the world. So that is a very nice luxury. But the process of getting from not having a job or like leaving the job that I had at the time to going to a new employment it wasn't a great experience. So, I mean, my least favorite part is to deal with the recruiters for sure, because I honestly they are so many of them are in my world absolute vultures. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. I've never ever been exposed to something like it where, I mean, they don't even give a at this point, I'm not even looking at the messages that I'm getting sent because there's so many, and they cold call you all the time. Basically that's all. That's a constant battle. Like just having every single person contact you for absolutely everything. And in the beginning of things, I was naive because I actually wrote back. I was trying to be super nice. I wrote back and I said, yeah, thank you so much for reaching out, but I'm not looking for something now. More than half of them didn't give a shit. And even though I told them that I'm not going to look for something new within at least a year, they completely ignored that and just kept on spamming. That's where I actually had a talk with one of these people. They have their own platform where, I mean, he's like, I don't even know what you're saying until I'm just gonna, you're on my spam list basically, or my email list. And that's when I realized, they give absolute fuck all about you. Absolutely. They're the closest analogy I can give to how I look at these people is the telemarketing industry. This is how I feel about recruiters. That's what they are to me, telemarketers. They are they are dehumanized for quite a lot of them, to the point where it's just a really shitty experience to interact with quite a lot of them. And I mean, they will try everything. They will try to, I've even had people who have contacted me under the guise of being one of you guys who've been who I'm trying to help. They've said that they're kind of recruiting, but they're also really into coding, and they would really love to have a dinner with me and talk about code and stuff like that. And of course, it's not about selling me on some company somewhere or making money, anything like that. And all I need, basically what I wrote back to this person was very simple. I just asked them, oh, cool. I usually do this with everybody who reaches out. Can you just give me some ideas on the sort of things that you are wondering about so that I can judge whether or not if I'm the sort of person that you want to talk to? Nothing. Because now I actually asked something. And after that they just didn't want to kind of deal with me because it was bullshit. It was absolute bullshit. They just wanted to sit and do their sales pitch. And this has happened when I've held tech talks here at home. People just run up to me and say, hey, shit, you should go and have dinner and have just do some relaxed talking. And what it actually is a job interview and a chance for them to expose their company and try to recruit me, where we just by chance need to stop by their office so I can meet everybody. And I'm like, dude, I'm not stupid. I know what you're doing. So that is for sure the worst part in my world when it comes to this process. Apart from that, I would say that it's not that great to go through all of the different. Okay, if you want to, this is just me stating something. If you're in the pipe for more than one company at a given time, just be ready for this, because some companies, they have so little respect for your time that it almost infuriates me. Where you may have, like, they will give you coding challenges that are measured in not like a few minutes, it's measured in days. This is what it would take in order for you to actually complete that coding challenge. Or they give you coding challenges that are so irrelevant to the job that you're going to do that it's almost hilarious. Or frustrating, depending. I pick your poison here, but that's how it feels. I mean, I've been interviewed for things that are, and been asked to do things that I feel are like deeply disturbing. Like another practice that I really think sucks so bad are the companies who want you to go on-prem very early. Like, they basically want you to go over and sit and code with their employees for X amount of hours. Now, man, you're basically asking the candidate to take a day off or take a half a day from their own work to go and sit and prove themselves to you. Where's that investment from you guys? Where's that investment from the company? Why don't you pay me to go and do that? No, because you want to see the commitment. You want to, because that's what it is, guys. You should know this. The recruitment process is for the benefit of the company. You don't matter at all. Not a fucking bit. But they do. And that's the shittiest part. Like, I've been, and this is the funny part. Even if they contacted you, this is still how it goes. I was at one of the most prominent startups in all of Sweden, probably one of the more famous companies in the world at this point. And we were interviewing, and I mean, the first thing the guy, the tech person, like the manager on the other side was saying was that, "Oh, Frederick, it's so nice of you to call in." And, you know, we are not, of course, assuming that everybody wants to work for us. And like, just that sentence, we're not assuming that everybody just wants to work for us. Like, there was such an arrogance in that tone, like, "Oh, so, you know, just because we're on the phone, that means that I want to work for you." No. And I actually immediately said to this person, I said, "Oh no, you shouldn't do that. Like, for me, you are just another company." I just literally told them, "You're just another company. I have tons of other opportunities available to me." Now, I know that hurt my ability, like my chances of getting that job, but it was true. And I just had such an issue with this arrogant attitude that they are in the power position. I really did. So when I came up to them, we were at their offices and we were going through. I mean, I passed their coding tests and the interviews and so forth and so forth. But just the thing that even worried me more was that I had to ask specifically to meet my future team. That wasn't part of the planning. And that's what I'm saying. This is the arrogance that I'm talking about. They were so confident in that I would just want to work for them, that the process was about them figuring out if they wanted me in the building. That's what their focus was. I had to literally push for anything related to how my life is going to look if I'm going to work at that company, because I, honest to God, didn't go there just so that I could say yes to a job. That's the thing that I found very disturbing, that this person was completely, they called me, but they behaved as I called them, that, "Oh, I'm the one trying to get this job." When the reality was that I was literally trying to figure out, is this going to be a fun working environment? Because to me, and this, maybe I'm weird here, but this is the thing that a lot of the companies that I've talked to seems to have a bit of a problem with. And maybe that is because most developers are really just about the paycheck. I'm not. I'm about the work environment. I'm the sort of person that I need to be with developers that I think are going to contribute to my personal development. And in order for me to do that, if you're like me, that's gonna suck like really, really bad, because the only time you will have a chance to get that sort of investment from the company, if they even want to give that to you, is at the end of the hiring process. That's when, because they have optimized their entire screening process for you as being for them looking at you as the person trying to get in. It's not the other way around. And that is, in my world, it's extremely disrespectful. And I really did feel that from them. And that's just the thing that I feel is really sucky. You should know that the hiring process is not about you. It is about the company in general, and they will ask you to do a lot of things before they say yes. And if you go even higher up to the highest end companies, in like the top IT companies, the hiring process is excruciatingly, it's long, and it's as I said, it's almost disrespectful. So what I want you to take away from this, at least for me, the worst parts about the hiring process is, number one, to deal with all the recruiters, because there are nice ones as well, but quite a lot of them behave as telemarketers. You are literally just a paycheck. They will say anything. They will use dirty tricks. They've done everything from calling to my call centers at work, tried to faking that they were old coworkers of mine in order to get to talk to me, to spamming your mailbox. Even if you have replied, they don't give a shit, because you're basically just on their newsletter list. They're just spamming you until you say something or say yes, because that's the thing that they're looking for. They don't give, as I said, you are just a number, really just a number. And they will contact you for everything that is, even things that have nothing to do with your profile, because they don't even check that, because it's just trying to get somebody. And apart from that, doing code tests, because there is this weird idea from quite a lot of IT companies today that, it's all about them. Every single company, it's all about them. Going to their offices, working for half a day without pay, or getting a code challenge that you have to do at home that can take an entire week or several hours to do. All of this stuff is just so that you can prove that you are the sort of person they want to hire. The kicker is that even when you get hired, even with all this testing, they still make shitty decisions on the other side of things. Maybe this is why they test you so hard, because they're aware of that. Even if you ace every test, you're going to suck on the inside anyway, or that they are going to fuck up your workflow so much that they really need talented developers, so that there's less fucking up of the features, just because reasons, right? But yeah, that's going to be my answer. Have a great day.